Welcome back, mighty mamas and mighty people. Today we are going to clean through anxiety and depression as we always do together. I hope that you guys have all been feeling good and just been having that good energy. I hope that your anxiety hasn't been taking too much of a toll on you, and I hope that you're able to pull yourself out of those depressions. If you're feeling like you're stuck, then I am here for you. I want you to get up. I want you to clean with me. Actually, I have a real life messy clean with me because, again, my house is a complete disaster and this messy house needs a cleanup like quick because tomorrow is the 4th of July and I have been sick for the past week and I just felt so much better today, and I really wanted to take advantage of this good energy and get my house in order for the holiday tomorrow. Not only is it the Independence Day for the United States of America, but it is also my husband's birthday. So we have lots of celebrating to do tomorrow, and this house is a complete disaster and there's no way we're going to enjoy ourselves in this mess. So I definitely needed to take care of this mess today. And like I said, I've been sick for the whole week. So a lot of things have sort of gone backwards and gotten backed up, as they do when mama is sick. I'm sure you can relate. However, for those of you who are going to come at me in the comments about my husband and why doesn't he help? Well, he did still have to work 5 days this week and he works 14 hours a day. But when he did come home, he did help me out by cooking dinner and getting the kids ready for bed and put to bed and everything. So he helped as much as he could. He also needs to get his sleep so that he can wake up at 4 in the morning the next day to drive an hour away to his job. So I just wanted to put that out there for the record. He does help me on his off time and on his off days, however and whichever way that I need him to help me. But this is my job. I'm a stay-at-home mom and this is my job. And sometimes my job gets neglected if my physical health is not all there. And it also suffers when my mental health is spiraling. So that is what my channel is all about. It's all about cleaning house while living with anxiety and depression, because that is what I struggle with. So all of you here know that for the most part, but I just wanted to clarify that about my husband. He does the best that he can to help me when he is home, the little bit of time that he is home. So right now I'm just taking care of all the dishes, and I did show you guys earlier in the clip all the food that was stuck on the dishes. I did that not to gross you out. I'm sorry if I did that, but that was for those of you who leave comments asking me, why do I pre-wash the dishes before I put them in the dishwasher? And that is because in most cases when I'm doing these videos, it's because my dishes have sat for a couple days or more. And so the food has hardened up on it, and the dishwasher would not do an efficient cleaning if I were just to load it without pre-washing it. So unfortunately, in my case, I have to pre-wash the dishes in order to remove the food. Otherwise, some of it would still be stuck on, and then I'd have to run it again, and it's just annoying. So that is like the worst thing, is when I run a load of dishes and some of them come out dirty. So I've just learned to just give it a good scrub before it goes in. Then I don't have to worry. Then everything comes out, disinfect it and clean, and I can put it away and move on with my life. So I hope that answers that for some of you leaving those comments. But yeah, we ended up having birthday cake because my son's birthday was last week. So we have lots of celebrations during July, and it was such a bummer that I ended up sick, because we were supposed to have a birthday party for him for like all of his friends to come over, and I ended up needing to postpone that. So we still have that to look forward to. I'm hoping to do that in the next week or so. But yeah, there's just been so much going on. But I'm just so happy that I woke up feeling much better today, where I can tackle this mess and get our home in order for the celebration tomorrow.
Never up, never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine. But I get up, I always do. I never think, I always do. Never thought I wouldn't jump.
has been a struggle though, I will tell you, because the most difficult thing about getting sick for me is I don't know what to do with myself because I am by nature a mover and I always have to just keep moving. I have to be doing something. Otherwise, my anxiety intensifies to the point like I can have a panic attack. And so it's really hard when I'm sick with like a cold or a virus and I have to rest because that's what we have to do to get better. And I did struggle this week with an anxiety attack. I'm just glad it didn't make it to a panic attack. I was just laying there and then my mind, like I was getting irritated with the mess growing around me and I just couldn't take it anymore. So I got up and I started to clean, and then I just had like this rush of nausea come over me, and then I got really dizzy, and instantly that like spiked up my anxiety, and I started to overanalyze that symptom, and then it caused other symptoms like my heart started racing and my mind was racing, and then I started to think I'm having a heart attack. And I'm sure most of you all know where that led into, and you know what I'm talking about. And so it was a really bad anxiety attack. Thankfully, it did not turn into a panic attack. I will tell you my number one goal each day is to avoid a panic attack. Like I have had panic attacks. I have had panic attacks to the point where I have called the ambulance on myself, okay? And I'm going to share all of that in a whole other video. But this just kind of, came to mind, and I wanted to share with you guys because of what happened this past week with being sick. And it's been a while since I've had an anxiety attack. But I know a lot of you leave me comments talking about how you have really bad anxiety attacks. And I just want you to know that I totally understand. I know what you're going through. It happens to me too. And okay, so I'll just go back to the event that took place. So I was in my kitchen. I started to clean because I became really irritable with the mess. The kids were messing with their toys, like, Jack, my little guy, he had his trucks over. I was telling him pick them up and he didn't want to listen. And that's a whole other story too. Like all of my kids have special needs, okay? And I'm going to discuss this in another video soon. But it is what it is. My kids have special needs. My older son is on the autism spectrum. My daughter has ADHD, and my little guy, he has a speech delay. He also has sensory processing disorder. And I'm thinking he may be on the autism spectrum. He's a little over 3 years old, so it's still a little bit hard to tell. I mean, there's a lot of characteristics that I am aware of that seem to be on the spectrum, but I don't want to like totally say that yet. But this is my life. This is my real life, and it's just crazy. So having to deal with being sane enough to take care of my kids and deal with all of their high energy, because they're very high energy, even though like my kids get sick, they always have high energy. So my little guy, Jack, was sick for the first couple days, but then he just seemed to get better. And it's probably too because I'm still nursing him, which we are working on weaning him. So before anybody comes at me, it's just something that we're working on together. Since I'm a stay-at-home mom, I'm just going to let him wean when he wants to wean. But it's not crazy. He's not feeding in the middle of the night anymore. It's nothing like that, thankfully. But he still does want to nurse periodically throughout the day, which actually I'm grateful for, because when it comes to sickness, I do believe that the nursing provides those antibodies, and that's probably why he's healthy already. He was healthier before I was this week. So, my kids never really did ever get super sick, and I'm grateful for that. Anyways, totally going off track here with my ADHD. Let's go back to the kitchen event. I had major anxiety, which led into an anxiety attack. My heart started racing. I started to imagine I was having a heart attack, and it was like I started to get shortness of breath. I got real panicky. It almost led into a panic attack. But what I started to do instantly was I told myself, Laura, you are not having a heart attack. Okay. So, like, you have to tell yourself right there, no, whatever that fear is that's popping in your head, you have to say, nope, this is not happening right now. I am safe. I am just sick. And I am the one who's pushing myself to get up and clean. You need to go lay back down. You need to take it easy, go get some water. So, like, I have to rationalize with myself and call it what you will. If that's talking to yourself, whatever it is, so be it. Whatever helps you calm down and get you through that moment so that you do not heighten into a panic attack, because we all know panic attacks are the worst. And the aftermath of a panic attack, that can last for days. I'm going to talk all about that in another video. But for now, I'm just going to focus on what happened to me this past week. I really wanted to share with you guys. I was actually going to do a live on YouTube when it was happening, but I opted out of that because my kids were all around me and stuff. And so I didn't have that opportunity to do that alone because my husband was working. But I am open to that in the future, that if that happens to me, I will totally go live and I will connect with you guys because I need you guys. You guys are like my second family, and you are all the people who understand what I go through. And so as much as you feel I'm here for you, you have to understand that just from learning of all of you in the comments and you opening your heart and sharing your stories with me, I feel like I know you all so much, and I consider all of you my friends. And I think of you when I am having these certain things go on with me, like anxiety or close to a panic attack or something other than that. I really do think of each of you who leave me comments. I remember your names. I remember what you say to me. And I'm always praying for all of you. It's gotten to the point, like, I have a lot of subscribers, so I can't pray for each of you by name, which I did start off saying I would do that. And I started off doing that. But as everybody came through, some of you don't even tell me your names. So I just pray for all of my subscribers as a whole. So I just want to put that out there. But I'm always thinking of you guys. And of course, there's certain subscribers who do come to mind, and you have shared your names with me that I can remember you because you guys have shared such personal stories with me. So believe me, I remember each and every one of those stories, and I remember who you are. But that is why I think of you, and I would totally be open to doing a live during an anxiety attack. Is that crazy? Would you guys want me to do that? I mean, I don't know. Like, that, to me, that would probably help me, to be honest. But okay, so yeah, it was a bad one. And I just had to tell myself, you're not going to die. You're not having a heart attack. Everything's okay. I always start by slowing down my breathing. Okay, so I take a deep breath in. I count to 4 as I'm breathing in. And then when I exhale on 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're always supposed to exhale a little longer than you inhale, because the hyperventilation that can come with anxiety attacks and especially panic attacks. So the goal here is just to keep your breathing slow and regulate it to avoid hyperventilation. Okay, so I managed to get it all clean. Everything's wiped down, sanitized. I restocked the K-cups. Everything's clean for tomorrow. The watermelon's been cleaned for tomorrow. Empty sink, clear counters. And then I have the dishwasher running, and I will be emptying that tonight so we can start off fresh tomorrow with an empty dishwasher. And then I went ahead and I vacuumed all the floors. I did wipe down this part of the island, but I didn't film that. And unfortunately, real life, messy mama life right here. The kids are always snacking, snacks on snacks on snacks. We had some healthy snacks here. So
Of course, they messed the table already, but that's okay. I'll just tidy that up, but everything's been clean. I do have a new rug that I'm going to be putting here. Everything is going to be changed very soon. We're just waiting to get through the holiday. I have my pantry makeover coming for you guys. We are going to be painting this wall. I'm painting all the green walls. I started already in my front room, so I just have to move it on over this way. We are painting our cabinets, top and bottom. We're getting new countertops, a new sink. So all these things are to come. It's just, real life going on here, and things always set me back. Like whenever I start getting ahead, it's like everything sets me back. I still have to take all these little decorations down here. This was from my son's birthday, but we'll leave the star up and everything is decorated for 4th of July tomorrow. So let's keep cleaning. I'm gonna move along into my front room.
So definitely slow in your breathing. And then I continue that with 10 breaths until I can feel that my heart rate has slowed down some and my breathing is regulated. Then there is also a tapping technique that I instantly do. And now what works for me is I like tapping on my ribs, and I'll just sit there and tap with the middle finger and tap like lightly on my ribs. And it really does help me. I've also done it on my cheek, like my jawbone. So look up a tapping method for anxiety and or panic attacks. You can Google it. It's really helpful. I don't know if any of you know about that or if you use it as well. These are instant things that I do. Another thing that I do is I will start to count backwards. So I'll count from 100 and I'll go 100, 99, 98, 97, and I keep going. And what this does is it switches your brain off of the anxiety thinking, and it helps to focus it on something other than the fear and the panic. So those are 3 really helpful tips, or actually 4. So first, talking yourself down, telling yourself out loud, it's okay, you're safe, nothing is wrong, you're overthinking, this is just your anxiety. And then number 2, definitely doing the breathing right away. And like I said, breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, and then exhaling. And when I breathe in my nose, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then out your mouth, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can go 9, whatever you feel comfortable with. I've been doing this for a while, so I can exhale all the way out slowly to 10 and repeat that 10 times. And then also the tapping method is wonderful. So those are things that I do. I also like to use my sacred frankincense on my wrist, and I'll just rub my wrist together and then I'll rub it on the nape of my neck. And that also helps to ground me when I'm having an anxiety attack. Those are some methods that I use to really help shift me out of that anxiety attack and just help to calm my body. And that is key. It's like you want to slow your breathing and you want to slow your heart rate and you want to calm yourself down. So that is like the best advice I could give you when it comes to having an anxiety attack. But yeah, like being sick this week, it really took a toll on me, and it just spiked my anxiety through the roof. And it all started because I just got really irritated at the mess. I got tired of looking at the mess. And so I was mad enough to get up and start cleaning. And then that's what happened. It could take one simple physical symptom to rush over me, like spontaneously. And that can spike my anxiety because I do have worries about something happening to me, and especially where I'm no longer here for my children. And that all stems from my trauma of losing my mom when I was a kid. And I did talk a little bit about that in previous videos, so you can go back and hear about that. But I will touch more on that whole trauma in my life, like later down the road in one of these videos that I do. But yeah, so that is how my week has been going. How about you? How have you guys been doing? Leave me a comment below. Let me know, how has it been for you cleaning your house while living with anxiety and depression? Like, are you guys still moving along? Are you cleaning just one small mess a day? Remember what I say, cleaning one small mess a day keeps the big mess away. I really hope that you guys are all staying healthy physically as well as mentally, and you're able to stay on track with this journey of taking control of the mess in our home. You know, that is the hardest part about getting sick, is that it really does take you like 10 steps backwards. And it's so hard when you're still trying to like clean your way out of the clutter and the mess of anxiety and depression, as you guys all know that I have been trying so hard to do. And I'm really just trying to stay consistent with it no matter how I feel each day. Even if I clean just a little something or throw one load of laundry in or just wipe down my bathroom sinks, you know, I don't have to do like this huge cleaning every single day. And I am going to start really looking into like a cleaning routine. But for now, the routines that I've been coming up with on my own, they work, but then they just seem to kind of fizzle out. I don't know. Is anybody else guilty of that? Have you like created like routines for your kids or for yourself, and it's like you could do good for so long and then all of a sudden like it doesn't work anymore? If you have any other suggestions yourself on how I can get better at that, leave me a comment letting me know. It feels so good to get this house cleaned up today. It always feels good when mom cleans the house, right? So it was just a nice gift for my husband to be able to have a clean home for his birthday, and the kids to have a clean home and clean spaces for the holiday tomorrow. So I really hope that this real life messy house clean with me gave you guys some cleaning motivation to get something tackled in your home as well. I'm so sorry that I wasn't able to bring you guys a video last week, but definitely look forward to 2 videos this week from me. I'm going to be bringing you another messy to minimal coming in the next few days. So we are going to be cleaning, decluttering, and organizing in that video. So definitely stay tuned for that. But for now, it feels so good to get this complete disaster, messy house cleaned up for the holiday. Thank you so much for being here for me and hanging out. I'm not going to talk any longer. I'm going to play some music for you guys. So for now, I'm going to say stay mighty and God bless.
ask for nothing.